Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Soltra, the Stone Charmer. Chapter 4, Into the Woods. How you guys doing today? Hope you're doing quite well. Tom took a water bottle from Storm's saddlebag and bent down to give it to the gasping farmer. As he drank, Elena stood over him, an arrow at the ready, her keen eyes scanning the empty field. "Who are you?" Farmer Cretin asked, still breathing heavily. Tom took off his helmet and grinned. "Tom?" exclaimed the farmer. "You've saved my life. Help me up." He put a hand on Tom's shoulder and got shakily to his feet. What did this to you?" Helena asked. The farmer gave her a curious look. "And who are you?" "She's my friend Elena," Tom said. "We're here to help. Can you tell us what happened?" The farmer's eyes narrowed. "There was a fog over the marsh," he said, "and a tall lady dressed in black. A shudder went through him. She had no face, just a huge green eye. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And then I couldn't move." He smiled gratefully at them. "Until you came to my aid." "How long ago was this?" Tom asked. The farmer shook his head. "A day?" he said uncertainly. "Maybe more?" Who can this woman be?" Tom wondered about aloud. As the farmer and Elena went to check on the stone oxen, his heart began to race as a familiar cruel voice whispered in his ear. "Would you like to meet Soltra, the Stone Charmer, face to face?" Melville. Tom spun around but saw nothing. "I'm not afraid of you or any of your evil beasts." The dark wizard let out a laugh like the hissing of snakes. "There is no victory for you here, boy. Soltra can not be beaten." "I'll beat her," Tom snarled. "Just you wait and see." But there was no reply. The voice was gone. Tom gripped his sword and, wishing he could put the cold steel into Melville's wicked heart. What did you just do, Terrence? What did you just do? Nothing, okay. "The beast is called Soltra," he said to Elena. As she came back, he looked over to Farmer Gretlin, who was still standing by the stone oxen. "Mel just spoke to me. He says she can't be beaten." "I don't believe that," Elena said. "We'll find a way." Tom nodded. "You're right. We should go to the village, and let's hope she hasn't been there before us." Had his uncle and aunt already fallen victim to Soltra? He tried not to think about it. They walked over to the farmer, Storm and Silver following with wide, watchful eyes. Can you bring these creatures back to life? Farmer Credlin asked. Tom stared carefully at the two animals. There wasn't the faintest sign of life in their stony eyes. Tom shook his head regretfully. I'm sorry, he said. Tom and Elna helped the farmer across the plunge field. Storm and Silver on either side, then walked along the winding road that led to the village. Tom gazed around, memories flooding back, as the familiar rooftops and chimneys of Irinal came into sight above the hedgerows and trees. The village was silent and deserted, save for 3 grey statues, one woman carrying a woven basket, another lying out wares on the market stall, and a man with his arm lifted as if he were trying to shield his eyes from the sun. Soltra had been here. A lump filled in Tom's throat. He remembered the village square as a place filled with noise and bustle, as the cheerful people of Irinal went about their daily lives. Not this empty, desolate, silent. He exclaimed. He examined the 3 statues, but could not find a single crack to help him break their stone prisons. Farmer Credlin had been lucky. An urgent fear built inside Tom as he ran from house to house, hoping desperately to find someone who had managed to survive Soltra's enchantment. But there was no one. The rest of the villagers must have fled, Farmer Credlin said. They came to the forge where Tom's uncle Henry worked. The familiar bellows lay beside the fire, and the ironworking tools were set up on the work table as usual. Where has everyone gone? Asked Farmer Credlin. How are we to find them? Tom gave a grim smile. We have a wolf, don't we? He said. He called to Silver, and the wolf padded into the forge, looked questioningly up at him. Tom took an old leather apron down from a peg on the wall. Here, Silver, he said. This will have Uncle Henry's scent. Silver sniffed at the apron. A moment later, he let out a sharp bark and ran from the forge. Follow him, Tom cried. He's got the scent. Silver glided along, his body low, his muzzle to the ground, moving fast but stopping every now and then to allow the others to catch up. Soon he was leading them towards dense woodland on the other side of the town. Tom turned to Farmer Credlin. Will you stay in the village in case everyone comes back? He asked. And keep Storm with you. I will, said the farmer. Good luck. Leaving Storm and the farmer, Tom and Elena followed Silver. They They pushed their way through brambles and ferns, only just keeping the speeding wolf in sight as they plunged deeper and deeper into the woods. Soon they came to a dell filled with a tangle of ivy and briars. There was no sign of Silver. A few moments later, a sharp bark broke the silence. Tom turned and ran towards the sound, but he had only gone a few steps when his foot caught in a snarl of ivy roots. He sprawled headlong. "Tom, are you all right?" called a familiar voice. Tom struggled to his feet as Aunt Maria emerged from the cover of the trees, her face filled with joy and concern, and right behind her was Uncle Henry. They were safe. And that was chapter 4. Yeah, that was chapter 4. Hope you guys enjoyed Into the Woods, chapter 4 of Beast Quest. And yeah. Hope this series is good for you guys. And if you have these books, you can follow along as well. Yeah. Hope you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell. And sorry for the video being dim, if it is. I don't know why it is dim. I think it's just the brightness of my phone messing with me. But yeah. Hope you guys liked this video, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Right. Bye bye.